Hello again, it's Connie Valentine, and today we are going to be talking about the Great Awakening. The shift that is happening on our planet right now under the disguise of a virus. So, what is happening? How are people waking up? And how is this affecting our consciousness? So I've been in communication with a lot of people over the last couple of weeks or the last couple of months, and people are no longer asleep. We are waking up. Humanity is waking up, and they are not gonna take it anymore, just like that song. They are shouting, "We are gonna take it," just like the song. And what are they not gonna take anymore? They are not going to take the lies anymore. It's all the smoke and mirrors that we've been fed through the media. The lies and half-truths, not even half the truth. We're lucky if we're getting 2% truth lately. So people are looking for answers. They are questioning. The minute you start taking people's freedom away, the minute you start locking them down, people want answers, and they are just not buying it with this. Because it doesn't make sense. Things don't add up. This story is not consistent. And there is all sorts of information out there. But there is a consistent theme in that the cabal is no longer a secret anymore. It's out. The secret is out. And what's been happening is that we've been fed all these lies in order to keep us under control. And how do you keep people under control? One of the best ways is through fear. When people are scared, they will look for answers. They will look to authority, to people or somebody else that apparently knows more to govern over them. So this is why we have governments elected and governments making decisions supposedly for the benefit of the population. But nobody's buying it this time. So what are we learning? We are learning that COVID, what is it really? Certificate of vaccination ID. People, I am reading all over the place. They don't want to take it. They do not want to be forced into anything. We have been forced into lockdown. We have been forced into doing so many things. And now it's time that people are waking up and they are realizing that there is more to the story. A lot of people in Hollywood have come out into the light in terms of the truth about Hollywood, the pedophiles, what really is going on behind the scenes in the movie industry, in the music making industry. All of these celebrities are speaking out and they are telling their stories of what has happened to them. The things that are in the shadows, the darkness, is now coming out to be seen by all. And in the same fashion, the darkness behind the governments, the elite that are controlling and making the laws and manipulating the laws to serve them. And people are starting to see that this is no accident. It's a man-made virus. This has been, there is information out there now. You can check it out online. There are research reports going back to 2015, going back to 2007 of this lab being created this virus being created in a lab. And I spoke about this in an earlier video, so I won't go into it again here. But people are starting to wake up. They are seeing that there is information out there that is not being spoken on the TV. So are people going to believe the media anymore? That is part of the process of waking up. We are moving and shifting in our consciousness. We are realizing that we are the powerful ones. We are the chosen ones. We are the light bearers, and we will not be having our light sucked out of us any longer. We will not be dragged down and controlled by fear. It's time to pay attention to what is going on around you. And that means you need to be a little bit active. It doesn't mean just switching on the TV, because switching on a TV is all about TV programming. It's all about programming you and programming in general. That's why it's called TV programming, and you will find that there is a repetition of certain messages, but very rarely do you find independent information these days, because it's all under control. Even through the digital media now, they're attempting to control and censor the media, the digital media also. Currency, this is the information age. This is all about the currency of attention. They want your attention so that you are focused on them and not focused on yourself and on your inner reality, on the inner truth. You will know what the truth is. Go out into nature. There is the truth. The sun, the trees, the plants, the animals. They won't feed lies to you. You will get the truth, and you'll be connected to your own truth. You'll be in your own space of groundedness. So, what have they mistaken? They've mistaken the intelligence of humanity. Humanity is waking up. Humanity will not be forced to even get a vaccine in order to travel, in order to buy and sell goods. This has been written in the ancient texts, and it's happening right before our eyes. But we've been too desensitized by Hollywood action movies that we can't believe that it's happening right before our eyes. In reality, it does feel surreal. It does feel like we are in a movie. But no, this is happening, and it's time that we band together and stand up and assert our wishes. If you speak and more people speak, then the truth will be told and the truth will be spoken. Not hiding away behind our computers, behind our telephones. What else has been happening? People are starting to talk about 5G. They do not want to be under this level of radiation. Already there is talk of 4G being dangerous, let alone 5G. The research is out there, and this level of high frequency waves permeating through our environment and through the planet, not only is it going to be dangerous to our environment, to insects, it's dangerous to the health of humanity. There are links to all sorts of serious diseases out there in relation to this 5G. Links to cancer, links to damage to your cells. You have lysosomes in your cells that carry certain things out of your cells. It's part of your cell's function. Mitochondria, some of their cell organelles are very susceptible to damage and has been shown to be damaged via the 5G radiation. We will be exposed to things that will damage the very core of our cells. Every single cell in our body pretty much contains these organelles, mitochondria and lysosomes. Have a look in a biology textbook or online. But this is what we're talking about. 5G. There are people in the UK that are smashing down these 5G towers. They will not have it. It's time that the government do what the people want. That is what they were assigned to do. That is their role, is to work for and serve the people. But instead, this is not happening. The people's voice are not being heard. Instead, the voices of big corporate interests are being heard and being taken care of. So, and people are not going to have this anymore. This is happening all around the world. People are waking up and they're questioning and discovering what is really going on. And it's been happening for the last few years, actually. In fact, it's been happening for quite a while, but it's been really accelerated now that everyone is being forced to take a look at what is really going on. When you take away a person's freedom, people will start to question. People will say, no, this is not making any sense. And it doesn't make sense. What else is happening? What else have we not seen before? We haven't seen all of the programming via Hollywood movies, via the television, via social conditioning. When you look at the news, certain politicians are painted in a certain fashion. Certain people are painted in a certain fashion, and you're not hearing the full story. Independent journalists' office have been raided, their computers taken. This is what's happened in Australia. One of our independent channels, or even some of the channels such as the ABC and the SBS channels, the government are wanting to reduce funding, and I think they may have already cut some of the funding. Why is this? These journalists, they actually confront the government and their decisions. They question, why did you decide to do this? Why have you decided to log the forest? You know, make an agreement to log the forest after we had massive bushfires. We still are recovering from these bushfires here in Australia. Yet there are certain agreements going on behind the scenes while we are all in lockdown worrying about pasta and toilet paper. So people are questioning what is going on. What is happening when you can't attend a funeral and have more than 10 people in the room to mourn your loved one? People are questioning. But at the same time, we are realizing that we can bind together, we can come together. We are realizing that we are dependent on each other. We are realizing that there is a symbiotic relationship going on between every single person and being on the planet. We are realizing that, hey, we need those businesses functioning. We need to be operational. We cannot be under lockdown forever. Things need to pick up and keep going, and people are trying to help each other as best they can. We are realizing that, hey, without those cafes being open, without those airlines functioning and being fully operational, we can't move, we can't live, we can't enjoy a simple thing as our friends. We cannot enjoy a conversation with a group of friends anymore. And people are starting to realize what the important things in life are, and are starting to have more compassion for each other, are starting to realize that we are all important. Even the chickens on the farm are starting to understand this and are speaking up. So you can hear them in the background. I don't know if you heard them. So what else is happening? Humanity is realizing that we are the ultimate computer. They are starting to look at themselves, realizing that they can reprogram their mind. They can choose. A choice is laid out before us, and we can choose which path we are going to take. Are we going to fall into the path of fear and negativity and be dragged down that path? Or are we going to see the lies for what they are, the smoke and mirrors, the hidden coming to light? And then are we going to choose to make a change? Are we going to choose to stand in our power? Are we going to choose to stand in our truth and speak our truth? Speak with our voices and share information. There you go. You can hear someone sharing information over there. Chickens even, they want to share it. They will know. They will not be quiet any longer, and neither should you. Speak your truth, because if you don't, the dirty will be done. We will be controlled. And it's important to speak your truth. It's important to share information, even if it's scary, even if it's unconventional, even if you stand out like, I don't know, just like something different. We are the ultimate computer, which means you can program yourself. You don't need to program or be programmed by the media. You can think for yourselves. And this is what independent journalism did. It questioned things. It questioned the government. It questioned what was going on in society. It made you think. And this is what people are starting to do. They are thinking. And look at what's happening. The planet is taking a big breath in this lockdown with less travel. There is less pollution. The plants are growing. The sun is shining. The air is cleaner. You can take a deep breath. Pollution levels have gone down. In China, they've been using IV vitamin C with coronavirus. They are using that as a therapy. In other countries in Africa, they have approved of herbal therapies for this virus. All sorts of things are going on that we are not hearing on the mainstream media. This is what's happening out there. And this is why it's important to question and do your own research and not necessarily taking everything as 100% truth. So, know that you are the ultimate supercomputer. You have the truth, the capacity to get to your own truth. People are starting to realize the game that is being played. A problem is created, a health crisis. A reaction is what is wanted. Fear, panic, oh my God, what are we gonna do? Let's go get toilet paper, let's go stock up on supplies. This is panic, pandemonium, chaos. This is the reaction, fear. And what is the solution? Well, they want to hand that out to us. We will be looking up to them for the solution. This is what they wanted. But what they didn't bank on was that people would start questioning, people would start investigating what the heck is going on here. It doesn't make sense. So they wanted us to all go, oh, save us, please. We need something. We need a vaccine. We need some medicine. We need something. And everyone around the world, or all the big science labs around the world, are fighting supposedly to create this vaccine. And some of them have come across some medication that might help. I know in this country they're testing some medication that used to be used for malaria, or is currently being used for malaria and HIV to help. Who knows? But there is still the race to this vaccine if it hasn't already been created yet. And so everybody is waiting for this. There is this created kind of urgency and need and want, a manufactured desire for this vaccine. But what they didn't realize is that people are waking up. People are realizing, hey, we don't want this vaccine. We don't want to be forced and mandated. Some of us are allergic to things inside those vaccines. Some of us can't have them. Some of us want to be given a choice. We don't want to be forced. And people are waking up. People will not have it, as I said at the start of the video. There is communication going on, regardless of us being isolated and locked down. Your spirit is not locked down. You, as your independent mind and body and soul, are free. You are free to think. You are free to decide for yourself. And you are free to research. Hey, don't believe anything I say. Do your own research. Do your own research, question things, and you will come to your own conclusion. And that's why you are the ultimate supercomputer. So instead of going for that problem reaction solution model that is being thrown upon us, you can create your own solution. You don't need to have that reaction. In fact, a lot of people are not. People are waking up. They are not going, please save us. They are saying, heck, we're taking control of our own health here. We are going to take those immune boosting supplements. We are going to take those and eat those immune boosting foods, that garlic, the onion, the vitamin C, rich parsley is rich in vitamin C. Throw it all over your salads, load it up. Astragalus, reishi mushroom. All of these foods are high in antioxidant and immune boosting constituents. Green tea, full of antioxidants. Fresh fruit and vegetables, bananas, apples, oranges, pears, kale, green leafy vegetables, broccoli, full of sulforaphane, anti-cancer properties. Broccoli, that is a superfood. Avocado, passion fruit, alfalfa sprouts. There are foods that people are just stuffing their faces with to build up their immune systems, getting out in the sun and absorbing that vitamin D. Not only will it lift your mood, it will help your bones, it will help your immune system, it will help your hormones function better. The people are taking back their power with their health, with their spirit, and with their minds and emotions. The planet is transforming and shifting, and this is all part of a grand plan. Which plan are you going to be on? Are you going to be on the plan where you're being forced, or are you going to be on the plan where you are being empowered and speaking your truth and speaking what is love, not fear? So that's it for today. There was a lot of things in that, but I just felt I needed to share it. Let me know what you think. Have you started to question things? What are you looking at? What are you questioning out there? How are you going with the lockdown where you are in the world? What is happening where you are? Let me know. Share and speak. The more we speak, the more we communicate, the more people get awakened. And the more people are awakened, the less power the external elite, the external people to us will have over us. Remember, there are billions of us here. There is only 1% of them. We've got to remember that. Why have we allowed them all of this power and control? Just remember, they are meant to be serving us, not the other way around. They are serving us. And we must speak what we want. Words are powerful, so speak. And that's it for today. Remember, speak your words. Comment down below. Let me know and I will answer if you have any questions. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to cover. If you have any questions about anything, I wish you the best day. Stay positive. Keep focused on the things that are important to you. Keep connected to the things that you love. And we will conquer and transform and ascend to the next level of consciousness as a planet. And all of the darkness as is starting to come to the light. Things can no longer remain hidden in the dark. All of the dark energies are coming to light. That's it for today. Remember, be happy, be healthy, and live your passion. Bye for now.